Hello, welcome. In this video, we're going to talk about two things related to today's lesson. One is to use if statement to determine what feedback is going to be displayed according to the score, the level of the score. Another one is to use a student file to debug, to find out which line of the code is causing the problem, because we can't spot the error. Okay, let's start. The first one here, I've made two buttons, add one, take away one. This will generate a score. Okay, the score will be displayed in the head-up display. But once the score reaches a certain level, it will say pass, merit, or distinction. Let's test what it should look like. Add one, 10. So 10 is the threshold for getting a pass. Now 13, 14, 16, you get merit. Take away one, 15 is still pass. 16 is merit. Okay, go up. 17, 18, 19, 20. So 20 is the one getting distinction. There is no more grades, so it stays on distinction. Now if I take away one, okay, 19 goes back to merit. 16, 15 pass. 10, 9. Okay, 9 is failure. Okay, so that's how it should work. Let's have a look at the codes. First one is that's the +1 is the name of the button. Add event listener, listen to click, and the call is handler. The handler is here. Okay, and this one is the listener for the takeaway button, and the handler for that is here. Function is very similar, so we can look at one of them only. The function is defined as add one and score +1. Every time the button is clicked, the score value be retrieved from score and then add one to it and reassigned back to score to be stored in the memory. Okay, and then the display is updated. Display box title is head up display, and its text property is updated with a score turned into a string. And then we use certain thresholds. Okay, anything less than 10 is failure. Greater than or equal to 10 is pass. Greater than 15, merit. Greater than 20, distinction. Now, obviously, this group of codes worked. That's the right one. So first level is check if the score is less than 10. If it is less than 10, you do this. It's failure. If it's not less than 10, that means greater than 10 or equal to 10. Then you check whether it's greater than 20 or greater than 15. If it's greater than 10 but not greater than 15, then it means it's pass level. Otherwise, you can check whether it's distinction or merit. Okay, that's the one. This works. But sometimes, like earlier, we made this mistake. Okay, we say greater than or equal to 10 is pass. Then we'll do this way. Okay, and then 15, merit. And distinction, it seems good, but let's try it. +1, fine. 1, 2, 3, 9, 10. Okay, 10 pass. It's good. Will it work for merit? Oh, no, it's still pass. Okay, why? So there's no merit, no distinction. What went wrong? Compiler error? Nothing. Output error? Nothing. It just doesn't give you the correct results. That is the logic error. Okay, logic error means the coding is fine, it's just what you put it down there doesn't do the right thing, doesn't do what you want. Because if you check 10 first, greater than 10, so 15 is greater than 10, 20 is greater than 10, 30 is greater than 10. Therefore, once this condition is met, it will always do this line and bypass the rest. That means these 4 lines of code have never been reached or will never be reached. Therefore, we must go back to the original code where you check the highest level of threshold first and gradually move down. So that's distinction, and that one is pass. Okay, let's test again. 10, good, works. 15, 16, okay. Yeah, it works. So now, from this one, we've learned logic error. And then we've learned compiler error earlier and output error. Next one, we're going to use output error again. So there are 3 kinds of errors when you're writing code. One is logic error, the one we just experienced. When you set threshold in the wrong order, you get wrong results. Okay. Output error is the runtime error. We'll have a look at it now. Okay, using this one, this example. And this example is from a student. Okay, let's see what he should look like. This one is to start, next one. Okay, this one. Click on this one. Oh, we're getting this kind of output error. We didn't have any compiler errors. That means the syntax is right. All the objects have been found. Well, this one says cannot access a property or method of a now object reference. That means something you're referring to in the code doesn't exist. And that doesn't exist. It only happens when it's running time, not in compiling time. If we look at the code, we know it's in that section, but let's have a look at the code. That's the code for that frame. Okay, this is fine. Yeah. Symbol 1, add the event listener, call this one right answer 1. And then we'll go right answer 1. Points equal to 2, seems okay. Point box 1 dot text equal to this. Total score, and total score updated. So this one is updating after the display. Okay. Then point box text equals to total score. And if total score greater than 10, you display distinction. Okay, which of these codes is causing trouble? Now we're going to debug. Because we can't tell which one is wrong, there is no compiler error, no obvious error, so we're going to use debug movie and debug, that one. Okay, start, next, click. Okay, now we've got the error. See there? That one. Type error, cannot access property or method of now object reference. At button v2, that's a file name, and mainline answer, and that frame 25 and line 12. Frame 25, which is this frame, and line 12 is this one. Okay, total score. We are sure that's not the one causing problem because we use the total score there, and there. None of them cause the trouble. It's only reaching when it's reaching this line. Therefore, the problem must be this one, points box. Okay, it doesn't exist. No, it does. Because if it doesn't exist, it would be picked up by the compiler. It exists in this file somewhere, but not on this frame. So it just passed compiler, but when it's running it, it can't use it. Actually, he meant to have point box 1. So we stop this one, change that, go back to line 12, go to there, add 1, then test again. Let's see. Okay, let's test it. Start, next. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, no problem. So it works. Okay, that's debug. Okay, quick recap. You've learned if statement here. If statement to decide the grades according to the marks students get from the test using if statement. And you have learned to use debug to find out, pinpoint the line that's causing trouble, runtime. If it's a compiler error, you don't need debugging tool and it can be picked up by the compiler straight away. Thank you. See you next time.